Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited. I have one of my favorite guests and a dear friend, Jan from New York City Saves Money. Hi Jan.
Hey, Debbie. Hi, everyone. Nice
I'm
to
so
be
happy.
here.
Oh, it's so nice to have you. So Jan and I were talking about how everything's going up in price. And a common question whenever I ask any of my viewers to give me ideas for topics of videos, groceries is number one. No matter what kind, no matter which area you're talking about, it's always groceries. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to talk about saving money on groceries. I got the best person to talk about it. I'm like, Jan.
Oh, thank you so much, Debbie. It's always a pleasure to see you, and it's always a
Oh,
pleasure to be here. And you want to know why groceries are so important?
mhm.
Because everyone uses them. There's no escape. We need to
Yes.
do it. So it affects all of us.
And as
And
I
we
work, I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, and we can still have the best shopping experiences no matter what.
Yeah. And when I help my clients with their budgets, like one of the questions I get asked is like, what category do I have the most given? Groceries by far. Like by far it's groceries. And that's where you can save the most money. So I'm so excited to have Jan on. So
Thank
instead of
you.
having a question and answer segment like how we usually do it, I was like, you know what? Why don't we just pick Jan's brain? Like let's just talk about
Thank
so
you so much.
oh my gosh, no. So it's going to be a free play show. So I asked Jan if she can come up with her top 5 tips to help you guys save money on groceries. And she was like, I'm on it.
Thank you so much. These
You're welcome.
really have helped me. So this is the reason why I'm giving them to you. Because if I didn't know how it felt to have gone through this experience with these items and these tips, I wouldn't even bother to mention them. But this has worked for me, and hopefully it'll work for anyone else. Okay,
Mhm.
basically, you shop outside the perimeters of the grocery store, the outside edges, and the reason you could do that is because the foods are fresh foods. And usually, the fresher foods you're going to get the better bargain with. You have control over it. It is the least processed, and we're thinking of being healthy as well. It's not just only focusing on the dollar amount at the checkout. Yes, the dollar amount at the checkout is very important. But what are we bringing home for ourselves? What are we bringing home to our kids, our husbands, our families? We have to make sure that we're bringing home healthy foods. The foods that are the least processed are in the outside perimeter of the market. The inside, that's where you're going to get a lot of processed foods, heavily salt laden, heavily sugar laden, and many
Mhm.
times quite expensive. So if you could stick to the outside perimeter the most, you're doing
Mhm.
yourself a huge favor. All right, so
And
that's one very important tip. What's that?
and and I wanted to just add to that because I have one of the videos that I get the most comments on is it's so funny. It's a video that I did where I'm talking about the psychology of the supermarket. And did you know that the reason why in almost all supermarkets the meat counter is all the way in the back?
No.
Because no matter what aisle you're in, you're gonna walk through to get to the meat, the chicken, or the poultry. So
Wow.
because of that, that's how they designated it. That's how they designated it. That's why the fruits and vegetables are down one aisle, right? The milk and bread is usually down the opposite, like the perimeter, like you said.
True.
But the back is the meats, because more than likely, like I think they said, like 80 something% of shoppers like go towards the back. So you're gonna go towards the back no matter where you are in the supermarket. You're gonna walk past all the other aisles of where they have the saturated and the processed foods and everything else that's marked up that you can buy. So
That's amazing.
they're
So there's
tempting you
no
no matter
way
where
out
you
of
are.
it.
Yeah. And more than likely the doors also, I've noticed that too. The doors aren't at the edge the way they used to be. Like now when supermarkets get bigger, like and
Right.
you walk in, you're not walking into the vegetable and fruit aisle anymore. You're walking in more towards the middle. So if you walk from the door in, more than likely you're at the cereal aisle, you're at the pasta aisle. Like it's purposely done. And they're making you walk through, and that's when they try to catch you with the tomato sauce is like 10 for 8. Like, so you're going to buy 10. Oh, it's not a shopping list, but that's a great sale. It's on my cart. Mm-hmm.
There really is a psychology there going on. Oh my word.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
thank you. I got to see that video though that you're mentioning. I think I might
Oh,
have seen it a while ago.
I get the most comments on like from people on Instagram and on YouTube on it. They're like, oh, I noticed it. Like I noticed this and I noticed that
You don't
now.
mind
Like
rehooking that up in
I,
your description box, would you?
I will. Yeah,
Thank
I'm gonna
you. I
yeah.
appreciate that. I'll be happy to rewatch that one.
Oh, it's a good one.
I could see why. Absolutely.
Because they're so sneaky. I love informing people because they're so sneaky. But go ahead. What's your next one?
That is sneaky. Another
Mhm.
one, another idea is to plan your meals based on what you are working with that's in existence already in your working pantry or your
Mhm.
extended pantry that maybe needs to be rotated. Like
Yeah.
right, yeah, like don't like have to always start from scratch and buy the whole meal planning, brand new
Mhm.
everything. You may have so many things available. Work with that. That'll slash your bill like a lot. You may not
Mhm.
even need to go to the grocery store sometimes.
Mhm.
Sometimes, you know what, Debbie? When it's time for myself to rotate my extended pantry, I will plan meals based on the things that I'm rotating so that I keep everything up to date and just
Mhm.
include that with some of my fresher stuff, either from my freezer or my refrigerator in my working pantry so
Yeah.
that everything gets used up and it just works out. It's just, I
Mhm.
stretch my dollars that way.
Yep. I'm working with a couple now, and they overspent on on restaurants. You know, they're young, they're newly married, they're lovely, and they overspent on a date night. So they asked me, like, how can they save money? And I explained to them what meal planning is, pretty much what you're saying. Like, shop your kitchen first, like fridge, freezer, pantry, and they're like, and I'm like, how do you shop? And they said, well, if we have one item, it'll inspire us for a meal. So then we add like, eight ingredients to our shopping list. So I was like, I'm like flip it. like, like when you're having a tight month, especially when you're having a tight month, that flexibility or you've overspent in one category, I'm like, meal planning is your best friend. I'm like, instead
It
of it's
really is.
the opposite, like see what you can make and then shop for that one ingredients that you need, and that's how you make money. So you're so right. It helps you rotate what you have, but also helps you save so much money because in that way you're using up what you have, freeing up space so that you can do it again later on, you know? And
It's incredible. It
yeah.
really, really is. The
Mm-hmm.
next one is more a matter of convenience. For example, I don't know about you, Deb, if you do this.
Mm-hmm.
I like to shop for paper goods, plates, paper towels, bathroom tissue, things of that nature as a separate category from food. Even though it's a grocery item, I like to like keep that like separate. So in my case, what I personally like to do, because I belong to a membership type thing, so I get
Mm-hmm.
free shipping every time. I'm going to
Nice.
order my paper stuff in bulk. I know this sounds really dumb, but I take like count. I know that in my life in this home, I spend for two times wait, excuse me, two rolls of bathroom tissue a week, and I like to go through X number of paper towel a month. I keep an inventory. So for
Yeah.
example, if I want to shop for let's say the next 3 months and not have to even think of paper items at all.
Mm-hmm.
For the three
Mm-hmm.
months, I will order them in bulk online.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to pay a tip. I don't have to pay a delivery fee because everything's included because I took care of that being a member. So I get a good price. If I could get it on sale, even better. It's just more convenient. It's not only about saving money. Sometimes we
Mm-hmm.
want to save time, effort, energy, like I say in my show, and even once in a great while, sanity. Keeping those
Mm-hmm.
items separately clears the deck so I could concentrate on my food items a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I the one item I buy that comes delivered to my house, other than like I do get groceries. I do curbside for the most part because I love shopping online because I feel like it saves me money. Like when you do the cart online, you can see exactly what the total is, and if you've gone over your budget, you can just delete things. And
Absolutely.
Oreo cookies end up in my basket whether I'm physically in the store or I'm shopping online. So when I see that I've gone over, the unfortunately the Oreo cookies have to go. so I'm like love. So I'm like they're gone. But the one item that I won't buy at Walmart with groceries or anywhere is olive oil. Amazon is you can beat Amazon's prices when it comes to olive oil. That I like the big bottle, and it's like half the price of any grocery store. So that's the one thing that I buy online, and it comes delivered,
That's
to the door.
great.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
great. It
yeah.
really works out. The next
But
thing has, I'm
real quick,
sorry.
toilet paper is one thing that I feel like we need to have a little
Yes.
extra of,
Yes.
because when things get bad, like it did last year, people were like price gouging like crazy on toilet paper. Like it's insane. So I always feel like now that you never know if things, God forbid, will go a little bit in the stores, and there'll be like less inventory, especially with the shipping now, the problems that they're having shipping. So I feel like paper goods are always something that, since it's not going to go bad, you stock up a little bit more of, so that you
Right.
have that buffer, so you're good.
Also, I'm thinking too along the lines of like dish liquid, for example. I like that beautiful blue one that begins with letter D.
Me
A
too.
lot of us love that one. A
Yeah.
little dab will do you. To me, it's an investment. I
Mm-hmm.
know that I stretch my bottle out. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
terrible. I stretch it because it's so powerful. It's actually saving me money. So
Yeah.
I like to have a few of those on hand. That's me. I like to have certain shampoos on hand. Everything I like to have it on hand. I don't want to have to just go to the grocery store just for that like one item. I just
No, no.
that never
That when
works.
you plan ahead, because those reels, that rotisserie chicken we've talked about in the past, it sneaks in.
Yes.
It sneaks in when you don't go when you're going to the supermarket for that one thing. That one thing will cost you $50. You're hungry, especially when you're hungry, you're like, man, I just went in for a gallon of milk and I have like 8 bags.
Oh,
The
it's
catch
unbelievable.
sales and the smells. Yeah, no, 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 no. That's
You're
why
a
it's like
hundred
once a.
percent. Debbie, you're
Mhm.
100%. Another thing that we carry with us a lot are our phones. And our phones have built-in calculators. So if you're in the
Yeah.
physical, market, store, whatever you wish to call it, you have that. You could calculate your stuff right then and there. Another
Mhm.
advantage, if you're at home, you take advantage, as we discussed a minute ago, on online shopping. You already know. You already know what it's coming to. If you're really like particular and you want to stick to a particular amount, dollar amount, for your food budget,
It's me. Mhm.
that's me, right? I think all of us really, I think all of us, plus right now the prices are a little iffy. You may go over a dollar or two. I
Mhm.
give myself a $5 leeway before I reconsider putting something back. If these are
Mhm.
all the items I actually like need, because I 99% buy things I need, not just only want, needs. To me,
Mhm.
a want is flexible, but a need, no, 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 needs are a priority. So if
Yeah.
I need everything there and it's like $3 over what I thought it would be, it's okay.
Mhm.
I'm going to leave it like that. If it's
Mhm.
beyond $5, this is my decision for this. Then I reconsider. Well, maybe I could like live without this item, whatever. That's why,
Mhm.
Debbie, it's so important for everybody to check their inventory before they go to the store and create their
Yep.
list.
Mhm.
Very
Especially
important.
with the prices going up. I noticed the other day, when I notice things, and I'm like, that bothers me so much, the way that companies are repackaging things. It look like it's the same amount, but it's not. Like,
Yes.
oh, I hate that. I hate that. It's like, we're smart. Smart. Like, we'll catch you. Like, we'll catch you. The Walmart, like, I'll say it. The honey at Walmart used to be $7.98, and now it's $9.98. Exact same bottle. Exact same bottle. I had one in my pantry. I actually pulled it up on my app one day because I was like, 98. I looked up. I'm like, $2 more. Same bottle. Same bottle.
Oh my
One of my
word.
this pasta box I got, all of a sudden, like, I see, like, I'm like, the packaging is a little different. I was like,
Yeah.
so I had one in the pantry. I literally like put them side by side, put them up. I was like, you knew it. That's what they do. The prices are going up. Packaging is getting smaller. Like,
And if
there's
you, if I recall, hot chocolate at one time, like the certain brand that I like, used to be 10 envelopes in the box. Now it's down to
Mhm.
8. I could foresee the day that it goes down to 6, and that's a scary day.
But the
Just
price is gonna go up, up, up. Yeah, the price
no,
is
but
gonna
the
keep going
box doesn't change to fool you,
No, no, no. Potato chips. My kids can't stand it. Like, whenever I'm throwing like a party, like for the kids or something, like, and I get like the big bags of potato chips. Like, remember when
Yes.
like I know when I was younger, like the chips were like, they had a little bit of air. Now I buy a bag of chips and it's like my kids get so mad. My kids get so mad. They're like, oh, where'd it go? Yeah,
What a trick about entering the air in those bags like that. I always wondered about that.
Yeah, I'm like,
so actually, I have another tip. Shop the bottom shelves. Like our eyes always rivet to the middle for some reason. You know why? We see our old and familiar packaging that we're so accustomed to just breeze down the aisle. Oh, I know that one, the red box, and that item, the blue box. And we just mindlessly, maybe we're going to get a deal on it. Maybe we're not going to get a deal on it. But chances are more likely that you're going to get a better deal on the items on the bottom or maybe even a top shelf. It's possible. But just don't only look at the middle where your eye level is, because that's where the higher prices are usually.
Here we go. I'm like, man, yes, absolutely, 1,000%. The products are paying the supermarket to put them on.
Excuse me.
Like if you perfect example is if you walk down the cereal aisle, eye level. Eye level is like the big boxes that we all know. You look up, you look down, it's the generic one because those cereals are paying the market to place them at eye level. Mayonnaise, no matter where you go, there's two kinds of mayonnaise eye level, and everything else is above and below because they're paying the supermarket.
Excuse me.
It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that like sugar. There's another one. Look down. Like there's no. I mean, my opinion. I'm not much of a baker. My 7-year-old is my baker, but sugar, it doesn't matter if it's a name brand or if it's not. Like brown sugar, that I know of, brown sugar is brown sugar. Generic ones are on the bottom and the main ones on the top. Like they do that on purpose. They want you to spend more. So the supermarket makes money. The product company makes money because you're buying their product. And you don't save money because you're just not looking down or looking up. They expect you to be in a rush.
It's amazing. You know something, Debbie? I also live by a thing that I call Jan's rule of half. I mentioned it briefly on a Tea Tuesday collaboration, what I do with hot chocolate. And it's the truth, bringing up hot chocolate again, because, I love hot chocolate. But I don't love the extra calories. So what I do is I'll take like one pouch, but I will actually use half and maybe make either half a cup or just put a little more low-fat milk in it or whatever to make it a little bigger. And I make it 2 cups. So you could, double your usage of your hot chocolate. I do the same thing that you might remember with boxed cake mix.
Yes.
I know you love that one.
I know.
Because
I was like, what?
I'm a family of one and I don't need 24 cupcakes. So therefore, 12 is even a lot. And what I do with 8 of them is freeze them. And the other 4 I'll keep out for a weekend once in a great while. Like Valentine's Day is coming, I might make chocolate cupcakes then. But why do I do that? This is a very simple thing to do. I empty out the box. I take the bag that's in a box cake mix. I twist it to look like an hourglass. Then I hold it in the center. Then I go to the top of the bag, make a little snippet in the corner to pour out the first half, put it away. I use 1 egg. And guess what? You're not going to believe this. A half a cup of water, 1 egg, 2 capfuls of oil. You are done. You don't need 3 eggs. You don't need a half a cup of oil. And you can make 12 perfect cupcakes.
Amazing. That's amazing. I love that one. I'm going to tell
By the way, you can make cookies from box cake mix, as you know, too. You could do that, too.
Yes. I remember you sharing that with me. The pancake mix one, that's the one that you were like, what do you mean? You get the one with that you have to put in the milk and eggs. So you're like, no, get the instant. I have 1,000 recipes for that. No,
the best tip of all that's not even included is really everyone can begin a stockpile. And how do you start a stockpile? 1 can at a time. So if you could do spend just whole $5 every grocery haul, spend $5 on something that keeps, like, canned goods that your family uses, not to make it look pretty. Like when I do my shows demonstrating my stockpile, I can't help it if Jane or Jimmy doesn't like what I have there. These are the things I like to have. Why would your family's going to use? Otherwise, you're wasting your money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If anything, when things got really bad at the supermarket, 2 years now, I can't believe it. 2 years ago, like my thing, as you know, like we have roles, you know, in our family. He does certain things and I do certain things, and together, you know, we're a team. My is I cook and I grocery shop, so he's not involved in that aspect. The pressure that I felt when the stores didn't have meats, chicken, and eggs and milk, like those are the and flour. Like flour, I was okay with, but those other ingredients, I felt such pressure in trying to find them somehow. Like I had all the tricks and you could do to get groceries. I'd stay up till midnight and do a cart real quick, and you had about 15 minutes to put your cart in and have it ready curbside, because if not, then it'd be gone, and then you show up and you'd only get like half your order. Like I learned so many lessons during that time, and the pressure I felt. I cried. Like I cried, I can't tell you many times, when my kids are like, you know, they don't understand. They're like, what's for dinner? And I'm just like, what can I do? I can't even give you a bowl of cereal. Like I have cereal, I don't have milk, you know. So that taught me to start stocking up. And I know that a pantry is important, but so is your freezer. So what I do is with like as long as I have the flexibility, which meal gives me, I take $25 a week and I buy whatever chicken, you know, the chicken or meat is on sale. I put it in my freezer, and I
There
have
you
a
go.
deep freezer downstairs, so I can.
Oh, wonderful.
And it's not stocked. Don't get me wrong, like it's not stocked, but it's I've got that buffer, and it gives me the peace of
Yes.
mind of knowing that if God forbid something happened again, like I have
Yes.
that, and
Last
it's not a
weekend we had, I just, you know, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead, dear.
no, yeah, no. I was just saying, not a lot, because I only take like $25 a week, and it doesn't get you much, especially the cost of groceries going up so much, especially the meats and chicken. The prices here are
Yes.
insane. But I get that extra 2 or 3 packages, and I just put it in the freezer, and it just gives me that little peace of mind of knowing,
It's a
like I'm
lot
okay
of
for.
peace of mind. It's a lot. And if you're a family of one, you too
Mhm.
need to buy the family pack. What? But I'm a family of one. No, we are at a bigger advantage than, say, a family of four. I could buy a
Mhm.
family pack and divide that up into portions that I use. Maybe I might get
Mhm.
4 or 5 meals out of that. I mean, frozen, portions out of it. That may generate another 2 to 3 meals per portion. So don't think, oh, I'm by myself, or I'm just a family of one or two. I don't need a huge family pack. No, take advantage of that.
Absolutely, absolutely, 1,000%, yes. Mm-hmm.
What
And it
the
doesn't
last
matter.
weekend we had that Arctic blast, your area, my area. The last thing, I don't know about you, but the last thing I would
Mm-hmm.
feel like doing is putting on 25 layers of clothes, getting in a car or something, getting stuck just to go to the grocery store. If not for any other reason, for
Mm-hmm.
bad weather
Mm-hmm.
days,
Yep.
days you don't feel well, maybe to help someone else out. Somebody stops
Mm-hmm.
by, oh, they're not in the mood, going to the store, you send them to your pantry, load them up, send them home.
Nice. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ah, Jan, your tips are great. I knew it. I don't have to ask you questions. Like, I'm just gonna pick your brain.
Thank you for having me on. I love coming by to your show. It's just always an honor and a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Oh, no, it's mine. It's mine. It's always so much fun having you here. And I know I'm gonna get questions about when you're gonna come back. It always happens. I just have you on. I'm like,
And the answer is as soon as possible.
so I'm gonna leave a link to Jan's channel down below, and please go check her out, because if you think these tips are great, she gives. How many videos do you put a week? Do you do like
Well, I
five,
just
7?
recently I go on daily at 5 a.m. Monday through Friday, except for Tea Tuesday at
Mhm.
10. I also
Yeah.
upload many times on the weekend. Saturday nights at 8 and Sunday at 2 o'clock chat. I just love producing great videos. What can I tell you?
And you do, Oh my god! Just when I think like I can't
What if
really
I
work.
say so myself? Just saying.
No, you don't know how many times like I'll have you on as a cup of coffee, and I'm like, did she just say that? Like, what? That's such a great way of saving money or saving time. It's just, you're just a honestly. So
I
I'm
just
gonna
hit
leave
a
her.
milestone of
Yeah.
over 1,000 videos. It just hit a milestone. So
Wow. Oh my God. That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah.
I love you guys.
Oh gosh, no, I don't know how. I honestly don't know how you do it, but I'm gonna leave her link down below. And if you guys want
Thank
to
you
work
so
with
much.
me and you want to schedule a call, I'm gonna leave my link down below, and I'd be happy to help you. So I hope you guys have a great Jan. Thank you so much again. I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you so much.
All right, no problem. And we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye bye.